now been joined by factional National Publicity Secretary of Labour Party, Abayomi Arabambi, to discuss the sack of former party chairman Julius Abure and what he thinks would be the fate of the Labour Party as a result of this current development. Good afternoon and welcome to Newsday.
Yeah, good afternoon and thank you for having me.
So what are your thoughts, on all what played out in Abia State?
Well, thank you very much. I think what played out yesterday is just, the convergence of people that have reached their political menopause and they are just trying to use some scientific means to be productive. When in actual fact, they have reached the end of their productivity, in their political life. In our constitution, because you see them making reference to Labour Party. Our constitution does not recognize anything like a stakeholder. We have 4 levels in our constitution, Article 11. I have it here, both in 2009, the 2019, and the 2014 constitution. All of them are the same with this now that I'm holding. We only have 4 levels. We have the ward, we have the local government, we have the state, and we have the national. The ward is subdivided into the Ward Congress, Ward Executive Committee, the local government area, and local government committee. We have the state working committee and the state executive council. We have the NWC. Then we have the national, which is also divided into national working committee, national executive council, and the convention. Our convention is the highest decision-making organ of a body if you want, to appoint, a chairman maybe from the ward, local government, state, and the Fed, and the national. But in Abure's case, I was shocked to hear from Governor Saleh Soti, who came barely 2 years into a party from PDP, and Mr. Peter Obi, saying his tenure expired in June. They were no member of our party as of 2021 when our chairman died in December 2020. That's A.A. Salam, our former chairman. We elected at our NEC meeting Maria Labeke, who was a nominee of the NLC as our interim, as our chairman then, acting. But for some reasons, we now convened a NEC meeting in Benin in 2021. That was when Abure became the national chairman from National Secretary. I seated there. I was in my 8 years tenure then as chairman of Labour Party. I moved that motion supported by Sokoto. It's with INEC up to today, and that was when Abure tenure started as national chairman. Nigeria will also know that there was a time Abure was restrained for 1 year. If that tenure was impeached by that restraining order, that was set aside last year by the Court of Appeal. And Court of Appeal decided that Abure should continue, which we seated there, appeal to the Supreme Court. And that matter is still pending in Supreme Court. So we are now surprised that people who barely know our party and constitution now gather themselves in Abia to proclaim authority over the party, that they should now go and conduct ward, local government, state congress, and convention. It is just going to be an exercise in futility, because the power you don't have, you cannot build something on nothing. And I remember in 2015, the Supreme Court, by Justice Mary Odili, made a pronouncement in the case of Amechi versus Magnus Abiden that parties must obey their own constitution. Parties must obey their constitution. So once they are not ready to obey the constitution, I think we will wish them well back to PDP, where they came from. Now, the caretaker chairman they appointed, they have shot themselves in the leg by what he said, and it's on record. They said the tenure expired on June 8th. Who gave Nenedi Usman our party membership card? As far as we are concerned, she's not a registered member of Labour Party. The last address we know first was Director of Finance for Presidential Campaign Organization, and also Director of Finance for Peter Obi Presidential Campaign Organization. And all of you are aware in Nigeria that during that build up to 2023 presidential election, some people took on loan certain injured players from PDP. They brought them to Labour Party to come and head, our campaign organization. Likewise, Nenedi Usman and the former DG Akeoshutokun, who was a member of the Zenith Labour Party as at that time, and they took him on loan, even as an injured player, into Labour Party first 11, and that was why, we performed woefully. For the record, Abure is never former national chairman of Labour Party, as pronounced by the Court of Appeal in Benin, in the Benin Edo State, and in Abuja, Nigeria capital. The Court of Appeal ruled it should continue. But if some people felt otherwise, that, let us act, just like a bandit will go to a village and, just find people to take what doesn't belong to them, they can continue to conduct themselves in that manner. But I just want to tell them and Nigerians, anybody that traded with these people, what befell Samfara in Senator Damatu Mafara and Governor Asis Yari, where after election in 2019, the court overruled all the election. The governor-elect was sent packing, the deputy governor-elect was sent packing, all the 17th assembly, the 3 senators, and the 7th of Red, they were sent packing, and that was how the Minister of State, their defense now, Matawale, became the governor of Samfara. When he even came second with 73,000 votes to the 400,000, the court declared that all the vote of APC was a wasted vote, and they now, asked Matawale, we wish them well in their sojourn, to futility.
Thank you for that, Mr. Arabambi. The Caretaker Committee has been tasked with organizing congresses at all levels within the next 3 months. What challenges do you anticipate in achieving this, and how can the party ensure transparency and inclusion in this process?
Like as always maintained, if the highest court in our land, decided in their judgment that cannot be appealed, when Supreme Court made the judgment, you can ask them for review, but this one is gone. The party said members of a political party must adhere strictly to their constitution. You must obey your constitution. Now, as far as Labour Party is concerned, those body yesterday, like I said, they are people, most of them on loan from PDP, but unfortunately, by the time they will enter our party, they have reached their political menopause age, and that was why they are building something on nothing. The mandate they gave that woman is ultra-via, is illegal, and cannot stand the test of time. And now we have an opportunity to settle this record straight. We, as a party, have over 7 court cases in the federal court. We have 3 in the Court of Appeal and 1 in Supreme Court. We will pursue this matter onto that. There is nobody from those people that sit there that can call Abure or any one of us to any meeting, except we will have to settle that record straight in the court. We want them to come and tell Nigerians that somebody who is not a member of our party, they claim Abure tenure has expired on the 8th of June. Who gave the Nedus man our party card? As at that yesterday, that means you are now bringing somebody just like the way they imported Oshitokun from Zenith Labour Party to Labour Party, and now all of them are back. Now, the same thing they are trying to do. Let me tell you, they are only trying to, converge for a sinister motive in Labour Party, which we are not going to allow them, to achieve. Labour Party cannot be used for political banditry. If you want to do anything, you need to follow the rule of law. Abure was given a judgment by the Court of Appeal. Why are they disrespecting it? You are now, Governor Lesotho has no constitutional power to invite national chairman, because our constitution is very clear. The national chairman shall summon all meeting, and he shall preside over all meeting. Shall connote
Mr. Arabambi
in Supreme Court as a must. He must preside over all meeting, not Governor Lesotho and Mr. Pitobi. They cannot preside over a meeting of Labour Party. They cannot.
Now, Mr. Arabambi, I'm wondering, if this crisis within the Labour Party is really about governance, or is it about selfish interest? Considering the state of the nation at the moment, shouldn't the Labour Party be strategizing on how to succeed in 2027? What's with all the party bickering, which really makes you no different from the other political parties?
Well, we, as President consulted, we have, bunch of people in Labour Party that are worse than the worst in other political parties.
In other words, Nigerians really shouldn't trust your party.
No, presently. No, we are going to flush them out. They should go back to where they're coming from. And I'm going to just give you 2 analogies. After the presidential election, we demanded for the audited account of the Presidential Campaign Council. You see, we are members, we knew what was going on. They refused up to today, to give us the account of the party. When you are not faithful in a little, you can never be faithful in much. Now, to Governor Salesoti and Mr. Peter Obi, they have their own motive. It's not about Nigeria. What they are doing yesterday was not about Nigeria. But they are trying to cover up certain infractions in our party so that it will not, come into the public view. Now, the question I would have even loved to ask them was that, what causes the departure between Julius Abure and Mr. Peter Obi? Because the same Mr. Obi that said, I am standing with Abure, even when Abure was resigned before the resigned order was set aside, it is the same Peter Obi now that is saying tenure has expired. Okay. That means there's something they didn't want us to know.
I want you to hold on to that line of thought. We have to take a quick break, and after that, we'll be back with this interview. Please stay with us.